Get a Better Broadcast, Podcast and Voice Over Voice. Hello, I'm Peter Stewart. A couple more days about video calls and how they affect your voice. Things like FaceTime and Skype and Zoom. Various webinars that you may be doing for work or hobby. Maybe even might just be with family and friends. And they really can be quite exhausting. Some research, which has been quoted by the BBC, and there's a link to that particular article in our show notes today, shows that video calls are exhausting because usually they're quite dull. I'll be totally on, aren't they? Think about it. Aren't they dull? And dullness saps your energy mentally, physically, vocally. We need more concentration because there's little change of scenery. Not much is going on. You're just looking at people, perhaps with a blank wall behind them. Certainly, it could be a screen or something, maybe even a green screen. But it's not changing, or even if it is changing, it's just going round and round in a loop, which could actually be quite annoying. Or you see other people in an office space walking back and forth and wonder what's going on. It's dull. It's boring, isn't it? We're not even talking about the content of verbally of the message, just the screen, just to watch people. Dull, dull, dull. So we need more concentration to be listening to the conversation. And also very repetitive. Very repetitive. The format of the beginning, the ending of the conversation, reminding people to mute their mics, waiting for more people to join. Do you get as annoyed as I do when you're there on time and then you've got to sit waiting another 5 minutes for it all to start because I know we said 10:30, but we'll give it another 5 or 10 minutes for some latecomers to arrive. No! Start on time. You're teaching them. You're going to get the behaviour that you tolerate. Start on time, and then after a few weeks, they'll be there on time. You say 10:30, and you start at 10:40. They'll keep arriving at 10:40 because they know you'll wait for them. No. You get the behaviour you tolerate. Little bugbear of mine. And also, they're pretty abrupt, aren't they, in how they start and end? Yeah. There's no mixing afterwards. If you're in a face-to-face meeting in the office, you would mingle, you would chat, you would gather up your notebook, you would say to someone, about that you mentioned, I don't really like that bit, or, sorry, can I get a bit more information on that policy document that you were talking, whatever it happens to be. But these just go, okay, that's it, same time next week, thanks everyone, bye. And that's it. And suddenly, from talking to 30 or 40 people perhaps, suddenly you're alone in your back bedroom by yourself. Again. So web chats are really quite exhausting when you've got to deal with all of that. And that's another reason you've got to concentrate on your presentation, your message, your mental health, your physical health, your vocal health as well, and how all of these come into play when you're speaking on video. And that's the point of these podcasts, to help you get a better broadcast, podcast, and voiceover, and video voice as well. Your schedule can affect your video call voice. That's the topic of tomorrow's podcast as Get a Better Broadcast, Podcast and Voice Over Voice continues. From London, I'm Peter Stewart.